In this video, I'm going to help you improve your juggling. So I want to start by talking about a basic juggling technique. When you're juggling, you want to think about getting backspin on the ball so it comes back to you every time. You're not running, you're not chasing it all over the field. So how do you create nice backspin? Just good rotation on the ball like that so it stays in the same spot. Well, it comes down to your foot technique. So you want to have slightly curled toes. So when I'm making contact, my foot, it looks like that. Curled toes. I'm not super flexed, I'm not tense, but a nice curl. Strong foot, and I'm hitting on the underside of the ball. So I'm hitting on the far side and the underside of the ball. So far side meaning a little off center, but more on this side rather than right in the middle, and definitely not on this side. If you're hitting the ball and it's getting away from you, you're probably hitting too much on this side. Okay, so you want to think about hitting on the far side of the ball. You're kind of cupping it between your toes and your ankle. You're not touching your ankle, but just for example, you're hitting with your toe right here and a little bit of your lace. So basically this part of your foot right here, the front part of your lace is cupping it with your toe. So on the far side, the underside of the ball, just focusing on good relaxed rhythm. Okay, your upper body's not tense, you're not tight like this, you don't have weird arms. Sometimes kids juggle something like this. Okay, just nice and relaxed. Focusing on good rhythm, right, left, and yes, I would definitely recommend that you start from the very beginning, always doing right, left. Even if your left foot or your weak foot is struggling, okay, start from the beginning, right, left, because a lot of kids, they'll juggle like this, just focusing on one foot, and then it comes to their left, they'll do one touch, and they'll come back to the other foot, and they'll do one touch, and then they wonder why their left foot doesn't have as good as touch as their right foot. So from the very beginning, right foot, left foot, nice rhythm. Now, on your weaker foot, if you're having touches and they're weak or they're out of control, obviously you need to get more repetitions on your weaker foot, but it might feel like your foot is really limp, it doesn't have the strength. It's just because you haven't got the touches in it, as many repetitions as you have on your right, and you don't have the muscle memory in your foot. It's not used to making this shape or using this technique. Okay, so really focus on overemphasizing your technique. Everything we talked about, strong flex foot, okay, curl like this. It's better for you to have a super strong touch because you were really focusing on overemphasizing your weak foot technique than a weak touch that dies into the ground, something like that you can't get to. Okay, so overemphasize your technique on your weaker foot, get those repetitions, and eventually you'll have confidence and you'll have touch in your weaker foot. So when you're starting out, just nice, easy knee height, something like this. If you're a little more advanced and you want to challenge yourself, I would recommend coming below knee height. So just little touches like this. Ooh. And as you can see, it's going to force you to be a little quicker, force you to react faster, get more touches on the ball, and challenge your juggling skills. So another style of juggling you may have seen some people do, or you try to do yourself and you're struggling with, is just these mini touches. That's what I call them. I don't know if there's another phrase or term for them, but mini touches, just these little light, delicate touches off your foot. So let's explain how to do these properly. So when you're doing the basic juggling, again, your toes are curled, you're trying to get backspin, your foot is kind of flexed. This is different. Here you're bent and your foot is not really flexed, not really strong. You're just kind of focusing on where you hit it off your toe, and it's more just picking your knee up like that. Okay, so I'm just picking my knee up on the spot. I'm hitting right on the center, the bottom of the ball, keeping my balance. And I'm making contact just with my toe pretty much, like my toe and the inside of my foot, or the inside of my lace right here, kind of this very front part of my toe and my boot right there. And just little taps like that. I'm keeping good balance, so a slight bend in my planting foot. If you're standing up and you're like this, okay, it's gonna be hard to keep your balance. So get a little bend, athletic stance in your planting foot. And you're getting those little touches. Always working with both feet, obviously. Okay, but again, this is just really just picking up my knee and focusing on my balance, hitting it off my toe and the front part of my boot. I also want to talk about handling your frustration. I know when you're a young kid and you're just starting out, you wish your touch was a lot better. You wish you could get to 100 and you're only getting to 10. You're trying to beat your record and it's not happening. So you get frustrated and you kick the ball away, you scream, you get upset with yourself, but that's not going to help you improve. Play me pass again. So to help you handle your frustration and improve quicker, I want you to think about a couple things. First of all, realize that negative emotion, your negative reactions, that's not helping you improve. So you have to control your emotions. You have to get over them right away. So instead of getting frustrated, just get better at juggling and just analyze your technique. So to analyze, what I mean is, if I have a touch and it goes off to the side, I have to think, why did it go to the side? Well, I hit on this side of the ball. I hit on this part of my foot. So obviously it's going to go to the side. The ball will only do what you tell it to do. So if the ball is going off in that direction, that's because you are telling it to do that with your technique. So you need to change your technique if you want to change your results. So just analyze your touches. If it keeps getting away from you, it keeps going forward, it keeps going to the side, it goes too high, it goes too low, you have to think about what you're doing with your foot and what you need to change in order to get better results. So instead of getting frustrated, just get better, analyze your technique, keep practicing, stay positive, and you're going to improve. So should you juggle every day? Is juggling actually going to help you in a game? Well, when you're young, I think it's very important to juggle. When you're starting to develop your ball control at any age, I think it's very important to juggle. And yes, I do think it is something that you should do every day. Do I juggle every day? I don't do basic juggling every day. No, I do not. But when I was younger, I did. And my objective was to get to 1,000. Once I got to 1,000, then I pretty much stopped juggling. I mean, I still practice juggling, I still practice my ball control, I get touches on the ball, but I don't go out to the field and try to beat my record every day. However, if you're just starting out, as I said, that is exactly what I want you to do. I want you to beat your record every single day. So today, if your record is 6, I want you to go to the field, think about all the things we talked about, think about your technique, think about handling your frustration, and I want you to beat your record of 6. I want you to get to 7. That is your goal for the day. If you accomplish that, you get to 7, fantastic. You can move on, you can go to bed, and you can come back tomorrow and try it again. I would recommend that you try to get to 500. When you can get to 500 consecutive juggles, left, right, with confidence, you can do that anytime you want, then this really is like riding a bike. I can pick up a ball at any time and I can juggle to 1,000 anytime, as long as I keep my focus and my concentration. So your goal is to beat your record every single day until you can get to 500 consecutive juggles.